Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's lecture is about theorem 12.1.1. The statement of the theorem is any point on the right bisector of a line segment is equidistant from its end point. This is the statement of the theorem, and this we need to know that what is a right bisector, a line segment, and equidistant means at equal distance, okay, from its end points. End points are the end points of a line. So here we are talking about a line segment. Okay, a line segment is a line having two end points. Okay, these are the end points. This is the first end point, this is the second end point. So line segment is any piece of a line. Okay, we know the line is this having two arrowheads, but any piece of this line will be called the line segment. So they are talking about the line segment. Okay, so you have a line segment and you have a right bisector of it. So we are talking about a line segment, let it be AB. Okay, and they are talking about right bisector, any point on the right bisector. This point will be taken on the right bisector. What is a right bisector? Right bisector is any line which is dividing this line into two equal half. Suppose this is the M is the midpoint of the line segment AB, then any line which is passing through M will be called the bisector. And for example, this is a bisector, this is also a bisector of this line, this is also a bisector of this line, and many bisectors can be drawn of this line. Now what is the right bisector? Difference between the bisector and a right bisector is that a right bisector will cut this line at right angle, just straight. Okay, this will be the straight one, the vertical line which will cut this AB into two equal half. This is a bisector. Okay, let me erase the extra lines. So any line which bisects AB, bisects means which cut the line AB into two equal half, okay, will be called the right bisector. Okay, if it is making an angle of 90 with AB. Okay, so there are many bisectors of the line segment AB, but the one which is making 90 degrees with AB will be called the right bisector. Okay, right bisector having right angle with AB. So this will be the vertical line. Okay, because vertical line will cut AB into two equal half. It means that if I take M as this point, then AM will be equal to MB, because this is the line which is dividing AB, or which is cutting AB into two equal half, or in other words I can say that M is the midpoint of this line. Okay, M will be the midpoint. Now any point, we are talking about a point, okay, on the right bisector. It means that if this is the right bisector, okay, then we are taking a point, let it be P. Okay, we are talking a point on the right bisector. So we will take any point on the right bisector of AB of the line segment, and we are saying that it is always equidistant from its end point. These are the end points of AB. Okay, AB is a line segment, A is the first end point, B is the second end point. So they are saying that if we take P, a point on this right bisector, okay, it will be equidistant. Equidistant means it will be at equal distance from the end points. What are the end points? A, this is the distance between this end point and the point of P on the right bisector. So this P will be at equal distance from both the end points. It means that P will be, PA will be equal to PB. This is what we need to prove. Okay, so let's start the theorem. But let me erase this. Okay, we have a line segment A, B, okay, and we have a bisector, right bisector, which is dividing A, B into two equal halves. Okay, let me take this point as C, and as this is a right bisector, so this length will be equal to this length. AC will be equal to CB because it is a right bisector. Okay, then we are taking a point P on this bisector, and what we need to prove, that we need to prove that PA, the distance between PA and the distance between PB, okay, both these distances are equal. This is what we need to prove. So we are given that AB is a line segment, and let this bisector be named as LM. Okay, this is a line segment. LM is a right bisector such that LM, as it is a right bisector, obviously it will be perpendicular to AB because of the definition of a right bisector. C will be the midpoint because this line is cutting cutting AB at the point C. Okay, and as it is bisecting AB, therefore AC will be equal to CB. C is the midpoint. Midpoint of AB, that is AC will be congruent to CB, and angle ACP will be congruent to angle PCB, and both are going to be equal to 90 degrees because of the definition of the right bisector. Right bisector is a line which is perpendicular to AB as well as it is passing through the midpoint of AB. Okay, next what we need to prove is that we need to prove that this point P which we are taking on the right bisector, it is equidistant from A and B. Okay, so what we need to prove is that PA is congruent to PB. This is what we need to prove, and it's very easy to prove. Construction will be that you will join P to A and B, okay, to form two triangles, triangle APC and triangle PBC. We are going to compare this triangle, and from where we are going to deduct this result. Okay, proof is very simple. Just you need to take the correspondence between two triangles. Triangles ACP corresponds to triangle BCP. Okay, taking correspondence of these two triangles ACP and BCP. In these two triangles, we know that AC is congruent to BC. This is because it was given to us. This is because C is the midpoint of AB, as LM is the right bisector. Okay, so it is dividing AB into two equal halves. AC congruent to CB. Okay, angle ACP is congruent to angle BCP. This is also given to us. Okay, from here, because this is the right bisector, and according to the right bisector definition of right bisector, the right bisector is always perpendicular to AB. Okay, and the next side which we can take is, look, AC is congruent to BC. This angle is congruent, and I'm going to take the side PC. Okay, PC is the common side of both the triangle. Okay, this is also given to us, and this is the common side, so it will obviously be equal to itself. It means that AC, PC, and the angle included between them, that is angle C in this triangle, angle ACP, and PC, BC, and the angle included between them. So we have two sides and their included angle congruent to these two sides and their included angle. It means that according to SAS postulate, these two triangles must be equal to one another. Okay, triangle ACP will be congruent to triangle BCP. According to SAS postulate, the two sides and their included angle is equal to these two sides and their included angle. So according to SAS postulate, these two triangles are going to be equal. As they are equal, So all their corresponding sides are also equal. Now if you see corresponding to AP, we have the side BP. It means AP will be congruent to BP. Okay, this is because corresponding sides of congruent triangle, and that is what we needed to prove. Okay, so it is proved that AP is congruent to BP. Okay, this completes the theorem.